Strata schemes are everywhere in New South Wales. If you live in an apartment or a townhouse, chances are you're part of one. But what does a strata scheme really mean for owners? And why does it matter to understand your rights and obligations under the law? I'm Damin Murdock, principal lawyer at Leo Lawyers. Although this looks and sounds like me, what you're seeing is actually my AI avatar, presenting from a script I've personally written and approved. Today, let's unpack the Strata Schemes Management Act of 2015 and break down the essentials every owner should know. A strata scheme is a form of collective ownership. As an owner, you hold title to your private unit, but you also share ownership of the common property, things like gardens, swimming pools, and hallways. In New South Wales, the management of strata schemes is governed by the Strata Schemes Management Act, which sets out the rights and responsibilities of everyone involved. The body at the center of this is the owner's corporation. It's responsible for managing and maintaining the common property, collecting levies from owners, making decisions about the property, holding meetings, and keeping proper records. Importantly, it must comply with both the Act and the bylaws that apply to the scheme. Supporting the owner's corporation is the Strata Committee, which is elected from among the owners. The Strata Committee looks after the day-to-day management of the building. It can engage contractors, arrange repairs, and handle smaller issues as they arise, but it's also accountable. It must act in the best interests of all owners and report back to the owner's corporation to make sure everything remains transparent and compliant. Often, the owner's corporation will appoint strata managing agents or building managers. Strata managing agents can be appointed for 12 months at the first AGM or up to 3 years later on. Building managers have agreements that either expire at the first AGM or can last up to 10 years if signed later. The terms of these agreements matter a lot because they determine who makes operational decisions and how owners' funds are managed. Every strata scheme operates under a set of bylaws. These are the rules that govern day-to-day life in the building or complex. They cover everything from noise levels, parking, and use of common facilities to whether you can keep pets in your unit. Think of them as the community standards that everyone agrees to follow. If an owner or resident breaches the bylaws, they can face penalties. The owner's corporation has the power to enforce these rules, but enforcement must always be done in line with the Strata Schemes Management Act. Of course, disagreements happen. Sometimes owners believe a bylaw is being applied unfairly, or they challenge whether a particular rule is even valid. Other disputes may arise over the maintenance of common property. For example, if water leaks or structural defects affect a unit and the owner feels the owner's corporation isn't acting quickly enough to fix it. When disputes cannot be resolved internally, they can be escalated to the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal, or NCAT. NCAT acts as the referee. It has the power to enforce bylaws and require compliance. It can resolve disagreements between owners, the owner's corporation, or managing agents. NCAT can order compensation if an owner suffers loss because of inaction or mismanagement, and it could even strike down bylaws if they're unreasonable or inconsistent with the legislation. For owners, the takeaway is this: bylaws are legally binding. If you live in a strata property, you need to understand them, follow them, and be prepared to use NCAT if disputes escalate. It's not just about rules for convenience. It's about protecting your rights and making sure the property is managed fairly for everyone. strata schemes can be complicated and the rules aren't always easy to navigate. But if you understand how they work, from the owner's corporation and strata committee to the bylaws, managing agents, and dispute processes, you can better protect your rights and avoid costly mistakes. At Leo Lawyers, we help owners and strata stakeholders resolve disputes, challenge unfair management, and safeguard their financial interests. If you're dealing with issues around strata managers, building managers, or you're concerned about how your funds are being used, reach out to us. You'll find our contact details in the description box or visit us directly at leolawyers.com.au. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.